Hello, the House of Tarot YouTube followers. Welcome to today's reading. This reading is for Gemini for the month of November. We are going to go ahead and get started with our fall deck. We already have some jumpers. We'll take from the bottom, take from the top. We'll go ahead and start with these cards. This is for our Cancer reading. Sorry if I said a different zodiac. This is Rebirth for a Dear Cancer month in November reading. We have Rebirth and Caution. Interesting. Gonna go ahead and go with our tea leaves. So this is for our Cancer month of November reading. We have Rebirth, we have Caution, we have the Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. We have the Sun, happiness and well-being. We have Dogs, getting together with friends. We have Gavel, involvement with the law. And last, we have Nest, an emotional, secure, loving family is important to you. I see we're going to start with the little warning part of this, possibly something that you know you should do now. Don't leave it for the end. There's caution, don't procrastinate. I see it could be like with your home. It could be just with yourself, even in overindulging, overeating for the month of November, kind of doing some things that will cause you to do damage control later. Just have caution, have warning. It's lighthearted, it's fun, it's sweet energy, but just something that will you don't want to have to do damage control next year, have to get on a diet for, just kind of really have to reverse some kind of stuff, or even procrastination, just something that you see that you know. An example would be, I know I needed a certain soap today and I just did not want to stop at the store. I said, no, I'll do it later. And I said, just stop. Like, stop procrastinating, because then later you could get into an issue where you can't get to the store or something. So kind of a warning like that. Just look out for procrastination habits or old habits. Just have caution with them. Kind of be the voice of reason from your history of knowing this about yourself. I see a beautiful rebirth for a lot of you for the month of November. I see a lot of happiness with this rebirth, being with friends, family, emotional security, just people that really get you, and surrounding yourself with people that really get you. I'm seeing a lot of joy coming from this, a lot of happiness, a lot of gratitude, being very grateful for those around you. I'm seeing with rebirth. I'm not sure if you feel rebirth where you're going, or these being around these things really bring out the rebirth. Like, you get home and you feel recharge, rebirth, this feeling of gratitude, like, oh, thank you for giving me that time to go with so-and-so, universe, just things like that. I see just a lot of good energy, good vibes around you for the month of November, possibly getting together with people, with family, even with the holidays coming. I see that you're just going to feel really renewed energy. For our love card, we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So if anybody out there needed that sign or anything, yes, this is your soulmate. If you're dating somebody, or if you meet somebody very close to the early month of November or something, this is possibly your soulmate. It's possibly a good time to give this person a chance. I feel like this card is answering that, like, yes, like kind of just reassuring you. Possibly you already know something, you already know about this, so it's kind of just reassuring you, like, yes, this is your soulmate. Like, yes, this is the one you've been asking for. We got 3 cards right off the back, so we're going to use it for our first row. We have the 8 of Pentacles energy, so a lot of hard work. We have the World. I love this for you. And the 2 of Swords. So with the World, I'm going to start with is in your subconscious placement, wanting the world, wanting everything in the world, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have kind of this little checklist that you want what you want, my dear Cancers, and that's okay. You put in the hard work, you're putting in the hard work. So if this has to do with a soulmate, wanting the world and getting what you want, it's definitely going to happen. There are choices that you might have to make. You might have to leave one behind for the time being. I'm saying you do get the world, but it's in seasons. I'm hearing something that you well understand is getting the world within seasons and having to make choices for the season. An example I have is when you have just a tiny baby, and you also want to manifest your dream career, but it might come like right when the baby's, entering preschool or something, where you have a little bit more time on your hands for yourself or things like that, but you also want to be a full-time mom. And it's just kind of the feeling of wanting the world, having the world, but just as it comes in seasons and making choices and a choice coming. So possibly one of the big manifestations is starting to come or is coming in the month of November, but having to make a little bit of a choice about it. And it's not this or that, it's this and that, but how big we get to have it is the actual being. Like some things will be on a smaller scale, some things will be on the larger scale, just things like that. And it's just seasons. I'm hearing they're just seasons, how I have here with the world. There's just this overall seasons, night and day. There's a lot to do with the world. It's also a completion where you might always be able to balance these things in seasons. So different things, different goals, different things of life happening within seasons. We have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, and Knight of Cups. So this is all our core energy for our bottom row. We have you, and the placement of you is very patient, very kind this month. I see that you kind of have this very sit back energy with the wands. It's a beautiful time to work on your spirit, work on yourself. A lot of things are going to exude in you physically, very beautifully. A lot of I see a lot of beauty. So possibly just something is really manifesting, like all the goals that you worked on throughout the year is really going to showcase this month of November, because I see a lot of beauty in you. Like possibly you just feeling yourself, you feel good in your skin, you feel good in your body, you feel vibrant, and it just shows. I see everyone's head turn when you walk into a room. I don't know why I got this for some of you. I see you walk into a room and everyone's head has to turn because there's something to look at. There was always something to look at. I don't want to discard any of your past, but there's just something new happening, something to see. Some of you, I'm even getting like even a baby, like a little baby bump, and everybody has to see everybody. It's kind of like a little highlight that you get this month of November, this year. Just a very highlighted moment of your life where everybody wants to see you, be around you, talk to you. So I see this moment where you walk into a room, Cancers, and everybody has to turn to look at you. So you got it. Whoever I'm speaking to, you really got it this month. We have the moon, so a lot of darkness energy, a lot of dark feminine energy. I have the message to tell somebody or some of you that if you're ever feeling like, oh, that's too savage or that's too mean, it's not. So whoever's feeling out there that, oh, I can't say that, that's too mean or that's too savage or that's too out of my element, I don't say things like that, it's not. So we have the dark feminine energy that people really need to see this side of you, and it's possibly a moment to live this side of you. Possibly you've spent the time being that sweet little sweetheart, and it's time to kind of be, not saying that you're not always a little sweetheart, but kind of just exude what you feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to take from this deck, our Day of the Dead deck. We have the World again. So again, having the World, getting the World, all eyes on you, the beautiful world, the moon energy. This is really a beautiful month for our Cancers. We have Temperance. Temperance can make anything out of water. I see her very magical. I see her, I can't find the word where she can, resourceful. I see her very resourceful, very magical. She creates things out of water and just kind of mixes it, and boom, she has a potion. So I'm also hearing for some of you, enchanting your items, enchanting your things, enchanting your water, speaking into your water, speaking into your tea. If it's too woo-woo for some of you, just kind of something like sweet, like I'm going to have a good day, and then have your tea. It's just like a little, kind of like a prayer. If it's too woo-woo, I'm hearing that this might be too woo-woo what you're saying. So we have opportunities. Unfurl like the fern, even without sunlight, warm sunlight. So look out for opportunities. Also with the soulmate, look out for all kinds of things for November. We're going to go with your letters. If you see anything for yourself, please put it down below. I don't know why I saw bean. This could be from Chicago, the little Chicago bean. This could be the actual meal. This could be a bean itself, maybe growth. how beans grow. Every elementary school project is to grow a bean. So maybe some kind of growth, some kind of growing, some kind of planting, things like that. We have go. I see goal. I see coal. Maybe that's the savage energy that I got. Maybe someone has to get a lump of coal while you're doing your Christmas shopping in November. Okay, we have G, I, and E. We're going to go ahead and go with your numbers. And just read right off the thing. We have 66. I believe we had this for one of our zodiacs yesterday, but we have 66 today. Responsibility. Create your own response. Even though your life can present many challenges, people, and situations that are out of your control, how you respond to them is always your choice. You're being asked to reflect on the small ways you can keep your responses as choices you make rather than automatic reactions. And I like this for you. Possibly not everybody deserves your raw emotional reaction. They just deserve kind of something like an auto reply. So for our dear Cancers, we're going to end the reading with our pendulum. Please ask your yes or no question. Pause the video if you have to. For our pendulum, yes or no. For our Cancers, the month of November. And we're getting a yes. We're getting a good solid yes. So with that, my dear Cancers, this concludes the reading for the month of November. Please watch out for our pick a card readings, possibly one hang out with your tarot reader at night reading. So if you like more, come visit me at thehouseoftarot.etsy.com. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.